Hey, Derek, friend, what's up? Let's get started. Oh man, my paints are all out of order. Everything is messed up. I'm gonna be real. I haven't painted since Monday. I've been on that dark side ish. Let's see what we got. Actually, I got my reflection on the camera going the right way this time. Okay, where were we at? We did the gold. I think we'll get back into it. I want to get the Balthazar gold. I just don't want to have same gold color all over the place, so we'll switch it up a bit with this dark. Well, I'll go with this one. Gehenna's gold. That's lighter. Prong friend, how's Australia going? I should say, how you going, mate? Better do this more. And actually, since Prong friend's here, I'm reminded what he said to me. He suggested putting some, I think we said Nolan oil, some dark shading in the eyes to add some shadow to it, which is a good idea. So I want to try that right now. My fellow elf enthusiast. We're gonna water that down though, because I don't want to get too crazy with it. I had to pause my dark tide to be here today. Let me stay on camera this time. I was watching part of my last stream and I was slipping off camera a little bit. So let me turn it this way just a little bit. Yeah, he's the pinup king. It's gonna make my Terminator look like a goth. By the way, bros, I need y'all to talk me out of having that Carl Franz proxy printed out. I need you to talk me out of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the biggest Carl Franz simp you ever gonna meet. Like, I'm playing. Oh no! What happened? No! Oh, my Dragonhoff Nightshade was open. I'm gonna have to add some water to this. Goodness gracious! Goodness me! Yeah, we definitely gonna have to water that down. Happens to the best of us. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, Carl Franz. Yeah, I play Total War Warhammer all the time, and like 4 times out of 10, I just play as I'm just bumping my camera. I play as Empire. Just Carl Franz gets me pumped up, man. Okay, what was I doing here? Oh, yeah, to go. Currently I'm freezing in Australia. It's 22 degrees C outside, 60 degrees where I am in the winter. Oh, minus 60. I know the European bros get tired of hearing that. Now I'm not gonna front. Let's see, the coldest weather I have ever felt. I don't even know. No, that's not true. Actually, when I was in high school, it was 6 degrees Fahrenheit, and of course the bus was late because it's a rural school district, so we get crappy buses. 6 degrees, and none of these southern people have the clothes for that. Actually, here's a cold weather story. It's funny to me. So my cousin, Um, he is from Maine. If you're not from the U.S., prong friend, Maine is up on the border with Canada on the east coast. Oh, look at that. Ain't that pretty? Wow, look at it. It's like a rose gold. Can y'all see this on my palette? Look at that. It's like a little pretty rose gold. And it don't look like that. Maybe I'm not shaking it up enough. Anyway, he'd tell me all these stories like in the wintertime, people would let their dogs out to go poop and stuff. And so the dogs would poop in the snow or whatever. The poop would freeze. And then in the springtime, okay, now that's kind of golden and up a little bit. In the springtime, the snow would thaw, and then there would be hundreds and hundreds of piles of dog shit that would thaw out at the same time. He said for weeks the whole neighborhood would smell like poop because all the animals. Anyway, I guess that's just something that nobody mentions about living in cold weather. Now, see, we ain't got that problem here. In fact, I can count on my hand the number of times I've seen snow. And when it does snow here, people freak out. It'll snow, it won't even stick. But they'll cancel school for a couple days. They'll cancel work. It's because they know Southerners don't know how to drive in the snow. And they don't, like, I work on an island. And they don't want us idiots driving on the bridge if it's iced. So there'll be no work for a couple days. Now see, I don't know if you can tell, so that one's a lot warmer. So it's got some variation. I'll do some highlights with the regular gold there. Oh man, that chat blew up. What's happening here? Oh, in Estonia, it usually gets 5 degrees Fahrenheit in winter. Yeah, that would suck. That sucks. Actually, I still have like a memory of, I can still feel the cold. Sitting outside in my brother's Cowboys starter jacket and jeans and thermal underwear. Only reason I had thermal underwear is because my dad would take me hunting early as hell, and we had to wear thermal underwear because it was chilly. Going between the legs. Alright. Yeah, it's just some touch-ups that need to get done, but I got a good feeling about this guy. Whoa, see? Right down the leg. Got him. Hello, Happy Trigger. You playing Space Marine 2? I mean, I tell you what, there's been some drama coming out today. But, you know, a lot of people are going on and on about, well, not, I don't say a lot of people, but like that one lunatic with the Eastern European sounded name, the Vicris, whatever. The guy who everybody was memeing on earlier this week. He's talking like, oh, you guys say you're boycotting Games Workshop and then you buy this game, da-da-da. But as I understand it, that company, or Games Workshop, aside from getting paid for like the license, I guess, for the game, like none of the money from the sale of the game goes to them. Something like 30 to 50% of the sale goes to the retailer, and then the rest of it goes to the the studio, and then the platform. So that would be Sony or Microsoft or whatever. So I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so that one's good. Oh, I think the coldest winter I felt was minus 25 degrees. I can't even imagine. It's like you would be dead if you were outside, like, and not properly dressed. Okay. And so it's already got metal in there. It's just little touch-ups need to be like, I think I got some white into this thing there. I think I'll go ahead and let me use this super dark blue and see if I can darken that up again. I cross the Mississippi River on a bridge every day. Rain, sleet, ice, tornadoes, doesn't matter. Hello, Texan friend. I just want to let y'all know that Texan is good at looking out. I'm total dark-tide noob, and he had my back. There is no Texan, no other Texan in the world I would rather have watching my back in a sci-fi horror shooting game. Alright, that looks like that's in there. The bad part about having a VPN is I get all these advertisements with Durka languages. Alright, there we go. Are y'all proud of me that I remember to unmute the microphone? Alright, I fudged this up, so I'm just going to try and make it at least even. Yay! Oh yeah, the eyes do look shadowed. Now that does look better. Shout out to Prong Friend for recommending me that. Alright, let's see. I'm trying not to spend too much time on this. I've already failed at that. So let's move on to, we'll do the barrel. Shark law. How many times are you gonna call my name? Hey Vulcan, I just want to say, man, y'all, I know I say it every stream, but I'm just blessed to have so many cool guys that just drop by to hang out with just your average retard. Ooh, here. We don't want to gob it up here. Well, that's alright. We're gonna go back in and bring some of these colors back. Oh, I hope everybody had a nice day. I grinded my ass off earlier this week, so it was a pretty chill day, which is why I was able to goof off making memes and stuff. Ooh, man. In fact, I don't know, I might have overdid it this week because I wasn't sleeping good. It's my fault. I was staying up too late. And my brain wouldn't shut up. And I was hitting it hard at the gym, lifting heavy. Anyway, I'm a little pooped. And then, and on top of that, I've been doing 20-hour fasts 4 days a week. Let me tell you, I was so hungry today when I got home. I was so hungry I could have ate the ass end of a horse. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at me. I'm doing pretty good. Might be a little messier than usual because I usually have. I usually put the spotlight. You can see it. This thing here. I usually have this right like up against my forehead, and I'm leaned in really close to the model. Anyway, it be what it do. This was a fun model to paint, though. A piece of resin right there. Got big fingers. I ain't never heard a woman complain about my big fingers. See, I started working on the barrel and then I got sidetracked. I was trying to say Sharko, but it kept autocorrecting. I'm familiar. You know how many times I've sent messages to my friends saying, duck you? Old iOS has a problem with being super based. Actually, I found out that my BFFF tunes into the stream, but I don't know, he doesn't comment. So I guess I should be extra careful if I'm going to shit talk him. Alright, look here. This thing came with pre-drilled barrels, Derek. So I'm just going to drop some shading in there. Get it looking nice and dirty. This actually reminds me I probably need to clean my firearms in real life. Bros, do you think I should... gosh. I'm really trying to talk myself out of getting that Carl Franz proxy printed out. Carl Franz! I tell you what, man, that damn game gets me pumped up with the voiceovers. Look at that. And yeah, I got a lot going on. I don't know if anybody knows, but my wife was visiting her. Well, we went together to visit her family because her dad was sick. I don't know how that got on there. There's a lot of fixing I got to do on this. Anyway, so she's been there. I was there for a month. I had to come back because I had limited time off work and my kid was starting school, and so she's been there this whole time. But I booked her plane tickets home. So that'll be a relief having the family back together. But we still got time. So, what am I doing next? on some more of that white. I need to touch up the white. Corax white. I haven't checked the stock market, so that nice day is yet to be determined. Well, the only thing that should be in your portfolio is GameStop, so I don't know what you're worried about. Ooh, that's chunky. Hey, ook. Reminds me of a meme. You know how I feel about barrel drilling. Yes, I do. Oh, yeah, Total War Warhammer. That's my ish. He's gonna make a third baby. Not gonna lie, it has come up, and I would like to. I mean, we're both still young enough, I think. And I mean, we got a 2-year-old, so we're already used to being tired. So, you know, once you got like a toddler, being tired is just the way of life, man. All right, I'll be careful with this because I want to touch up these little vent holes right here, but I don't want to get it in the. I think I deal pretty good with being tired. I will say is when I get tired, I don't like take it out on other people. Some people get all crabby and stuff. Not me. I just deal with it. This face is on point, man. I don't have a Terminator in front of me. Is that what they all look like? It's just got like the little grill hole. Anyway, it looks cool. Alright, let's fix up this here knee pad. Can't see what I'm doing. Now my third baby. I got one of each. It's pretty cool. Third baby would be the tiebreaker. And but we need a bigger place, so waiting for that kind of imminent global implosion. That would be nice. Did everybody have a nice weekend? Nobody answered, or a nice week? Nobody answered my damn question. Alright. Oh man, I just forgot. I got the whole base to do on this thing. Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay on. Alright. I think that one's good. Let's look at this one. Playing Space Marine 2 right now and listening to a retard paint. Man, you got some kind of multitasking ability there. I gotta wait till Monday to get mine. Got mine at GameStop. Traded in my Xbox One. And now I'm going to use my $5 monthly Pro Reward coupon. And then that game should be free pretty much. Alright, I think we're straight there. Done with the white. What else did I say? Alright, red. I did pick out some decals to put on here. I'm going to have a chapter badge on the one pauldron, which I'll have to use this micro sole I have. I haven't used it yet. and then something on the power fist, but I need to touch that up first. Oh, it's here. Derek says, short week, had off work Monday and Friday this week. I had Monday off too. But then whenever I have a short week like that, it feels like the week goes by slower. Alright, let's touch this up here. Oh, I finished the Burning of Prospero book today. Man, I tell you what. These books got me feeling all kind of emotions. First, I'm like, I don't really like the wolves. And I'm like, oh, okay, I do like the wolves. And I'm like, well, no, they kind of suck. Now I'm like, well, never mind, they were justified. The book got me going all over the place. Who's that? Eric Reisner. Oh, hi, friend. Man, I keep saying I'm just blessed that I got so many friends that got the time to stop by and hang out. Alright. I said I'm not trying to spend all day on this. Proceeds to spend all day on it. Alright, y'all. I'm not going to get too hung up on this. Proceeds to get hung up on it. Oy. Oh, alright. Let me catch up on this here chat. Me, how Shark Man at this ungodly hour. Outside there. Oh no, man, what time is it over there? Yeah, disappointed there are no beakies in it. Yeah, I had heard that too. Can you mod it? I'm sure somebody's already working on a mod. Y'all see all the hidden comments on Warhammer Twitter? I'm actually blocked on all of my alts, I think. So yeah, I have to see it through screenshots. Let's talk about Warhammer. As in the company. Is this shit closed? Like, I don't know why I can't. Oh, I see why. Because it gets to be dried paint right there. What the hell? Let's fix that right now. That stuff. You get little dried bits in the back and it stops you from closing all the way. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I really don't like when some controversy kicks up and people immediately go look at the stock price. Now, I know stock price for some stocks is controlled by AI algorithms that look at like sentiment on social media and then make moves accordingly. That is not Games Workshop. Oh god, you guys got me talking about stocks. Like a YouTuber is really bad about that is the quartering. Like literally when anything comes up, he's like, "Oh, look at stock is down 0.8% today." That doesn't mean anything. You need to look at the quarter over quarter at the very least. For example, well, even then, things are kind of off right now because the economy's going down the toilet and people have less disposable income. So, let's say you looked at quarter over quarter earnings for Games Workshop. You might see a drop. It might be noticeable or it might not be. But what's really going to show you what is the year over year. And then, revenue growth. So, and then we already know that the people who push for, woke changes and stuff, they generally do not show up to support the product. Or they might show up initially and then they duck out. You know what I mean? Like, I remember there was one person who they said they went and bought a Custodes Combat Patrol because they added women in it. But they admitted that they would not have, they only bought it because of the controversy. So that person might have bought that Combat Patrol, allegedly, but they're not going to buy the codex. They're not going to buy follow-up releases. They're not going to buy the paints or the brushes or any of that extra stuff. So, me personally, I have not given GW a dime since I bought the Leviathan box last year. You know, I don't have Warhammer Plus. I think I watched it for like a month and I canceled it. But there's just not enough content on there to justify keeping it, plus they piss me off. So, anyway. No, Eric, I see you, dude. I see you. And I appreciate you. You're in Poland. Yeah, it's probably super late, man. I appreciate you showing up. Let me see. Oh, 2:25 a.m. Oh, well, it's Saturday your time, right? I stopped watching Quartering years ago when he started adding emoji to his thumbnails for clickbait. It made me feel like I'm no longer the target audience for his videos since he clearly wants 12-year-olds to watch him. I unsubscribed from a lot of, I don't know what you would call them, like the culture war channels, because, you know, they just eventually, you know, there's, I don't know, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I don't want to keep up with the culture war anymore. I'm just not going to give my money to people I don't like. That's the long and short of it. You know, I don't need to know about every Disney controversy. What was I doing? Blue, I guess. We're working on blue. Yeah. I think we're working on blue. And you know, by the way, this week I had half a mind to take my I don't know what this is. I had half a mind to take this to work with my wet palette and just work on it during my lunch breaks, but I decided against it. I might do that next week. Who knows? Alright, we're going to do some more touch-ups here, and then I guess we'll start prepping for some transfers. That's probably good to do, yeah. Oh, and I suppose I should shade the red. What time is it? 8:30? Yeah, I think we can get it done that time. Alright. Touch-ups. There's some bits in there I can't really get. I'm not going to stress over it though. Did I do that already? Oh yeah, I did. Ooh. Hey, let's talk about... Oh, hold on, what's here? You're in South Carolina, right? Yes. Ever been to Greenville? My sister's looking to move there. I've been to Greenville. We went, I think, last year. They have a zoo up there. They got some really nice hiking trails and stuff. The downtown area is very beautiful. They have a rocky stream that goes right down the middle of downtown, and there's like a waterfall and some really pretty places to walk around. I like it. I think I've taken a family there twice, I think. That was when people were still freaking out about COVID, and I was over it, so we just went. And so it wasn't that crowded at that time. I live on the coast, which is why y'all might remember I like to cook a lot of seafood. Damn cat was on my hobby table. said touch-ups, but here I am, kind of highlighting. I really like this, the stuff on the back of the leg. So like my head canon for this guy is that he was just like super tall for an Astartes, and they had to customize his armor for him, kind of like Tiburos. Was it Tiburos? Tiburos. Tiburon is Spanish for shark. Maybe y'all didn't know that. But actually used to be my Twitter name before I got suspended. I don't remember exactly what I said. Probably something super base, because that was my name back before Elon took over Twitter. So my name was... What was my name? Senor Tiburon. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Hey. There's a fire truck outside. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Oh, let me see here. Oh yeah. Transfers before any washes. Well, I'm just putting them on here. As the transfers are going to be on flat surfaces. What's this? Oh yeah. What are we talking about? Alright guys, I'll meet with you tomorrow. I'm going on late. I see you. Derek, I appreciate you stopping by as always, man. It's a pleasure memeing with you. Derek is a good dude. I highly recommend everybody follow him. Alright. Let me wrap this up. That probably should have been silver, but you know what? I don't care. Anything else? Damn, there's some red there I need to touch up. Alright. Moving on blue. That one little red spot that I forgot. Let's see. I used to live in Beaufort area for a few years. Love that area. Really? Really? What were you doing in Beaufort? Alright, I think that's good. Bye, Derek! Want to see a skull I painted today? I would like to see a skull. I don't know if you can put images in the chat. What's this? Oh, I said red. Here we're going to do Reichland Flesh Shade. Oh, let me click on this here. Skull. I see that skull. Look at this goofy ass skull. I use only 3 paints to do all this. Now, if that isn't a... What's the big Skaven monster? Hell Pit Abomination. If that ain't a Hell Pit Abomination skull, I don't know what is. I remember when your name was Judge Mega. Man, what a time that was. That didn't really... I don't know. I always liked... I changed my name to Judge Mega because I was hanging out with Judge Kronos on Mines, and that was our little role play that we did, which was fun. But yeah, that was just characters. We were just goofing off. Fun. Actually, I wanted to talk about Mines because I was on Twitch at work yesterday, and I watched the stream for Devolved Raichu, who is a video game streamer on Mines, if you remember him. But he's a really good dude, and he was playing the Black Myth Wukong game. Anyway, so we got to talking about Mines on his stream, and there was a couple things that led to things just, well, first of all, I stopped using it because the app sucks, and the app crashes on startup like 2 or 3 times before it'll let me on every time. And then posts don't load up right. It's just, I've updated it. The app is just kind of garbage now. And then you had the crypto apocalypse from like, 2-3 years ago. So the Mines token, if you're not familiar, there's 4 people watching. So Mines was a social media platform. It's still around, but a lot of people went there from Facebook and Twitter because they were getting censored on these other platforms. So I went there after they kicked Trump off of his social media, and their whole thing was, we are a freer speech platform, and you could get your account monetized, and you would get compensated in the Mines token, which was their crypto. Very novel concept. Well, at one point, that Mines token reached like $3 in value. And on a good day, when I had a lot of engagement, I built my following. I had, I don't know how many. I had a lot of followers for that place because, there's not as many users there. But I had like, 2,000-3,000 followers that were real people. Well, I think they were. Well, no, they weren't. There was a lot of bots there because of the crypto. But you could cash out your tokens, and then they would send your stuff to a MetaMask wallet. So it was real. Fees were high as hell because that's just how crypto was at that time. I don't know if it's still like that. But after a year and a half of just posting memes and goofing off, I cashed out and I got like $2,500 cash just from posting memes, stuff that I was already going to do. So that was cool, but then the value of the token crashed with most of the crypto. Like 2 years ago, something like that. And a lot of the bots left because it wasn't worth their time anymore. And then Elon Musk took over Twitter, and things were a little more fair, so then people went back to Twitter. So that's Mines, which I did enjoy very much when I was there. Browser one is fine, but it's not the same place as it was a few years ago. A lot of people have left. Yeah, at one point I was trying to like cross post over there. Oh my goodness. I gotta touch it up again. But yeah, like I said, I was just having problems with the app, which was my primary way of doing it. Now I gotta touch up the blue again. God damn it. Alright, I know I'm being a perfectionist, but this is just, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. The OCD is getting to me. Let's take a little bit here. But you know, with any of those alt tech platforms, you know, the media is always like, oh, a lot of the people on here are crazy. Well, yeah, that is true. But it's like, you know, mine's, it seemed like it had been an echo chamber for, you know, kind of lunatics. And they didn't like a bunch of the, you know, normies coming in. Like, you know, there were actual Nazis in there, and which which was wild. And they did not like having their feeds full of like anime titties and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. But I mean, they weren't all like that, and it was only like that because they got censored everywhere else. But it's kind of like I tried to use Rumble, and I go over to Rumble, and um, it's all politics stuff. Like every video on their highlights page is politics stuff, and I know there's a market for it, and those people need to be able to post what they want to post. But I already know everything I want to know. Seems to me Rumble needs to poach some big video game streamers or something from other platforms. Okay, alright, that one's fine. Let's do the blue again, god damn it. Oh, let's see here. Oh, here. Wow, chat's going. Okay. What's up? Hey, Hunter, how you doing? We've been hoodwinked. Remnant of chaos. Uh-oh. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived. Remnant of chaos. Oh, no, man, you messed up. Space Shark was, on Monday. Yeah. Actually, I had a little mini Space Shark character, but I sent that to Man vs. Miniatures on Twitter. So, if you want to see some Space Sharks, you should harangue him and see if he'll paint them. Uh-oh, that's going to be watery. What the heck? Let's soak that up. Let's be very careful so I don't have to touch up anything else. What the hell? We're going in dry. That's what he said. Go in to fix one thing, see other things need to get fixed. What was I talking about? Oh, alright, let me check the chat. I made almost $100 on Twitter stock when Elon was measuring up to buy it. My first ever stock earnings. Nobody likes the normies. Damn. A streamer talking politics. Oh, is that me? Was I talking politics? I mean, you see, unlike most streamers, all of my opinions are objectively correct. All my political opinions are ultra based and red pilled. Yeah. Sorry, I generally try not to talk about that. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, we're talking about alt tech platforms and my experience with them. That's what we had been talking about. And then it got weird on mine. Is Pronghorn still here? They I don't really get involved with a lot of drama because first of all, I'm married, I have a full-time job, I got kids, I ain't got time for silly nonsense. Which is why I stepped back from the woke camera nonsense. But the first, so all these people, there's a big exodus from the big platforms that went to Minds, and then people were on Minds for like 6 months, and then they had the first big drama regarding lolly art. Okay, I don't. It's weird. Okay, but I'm not gonna get mixed up in this. But a lot of people got bent out of shape because some NSFW lolly art got moderated, and then they're like, "This is what were they? This is just the beginning of the end. It's going to be censorship and da 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 da." And so a lot of people went to another website. It wasn't Mastodon. It's like a decentralized social network where there's different servers or something. I don't remember the name of it. Something weird. But anyway, people went over there, and I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not getting mixed up. But I seen that thing come up on Twitter too after Elon took over the whole lolly art stuff. I feel like that's a word that probably throws up a flag on Twitch or something. What am I doing here? Oh, okay. All right, we'll do this since I'm kind of skipping stuff because I'm forgetting. We're gonna put some of this shading on the gold and see about maybe starting some highlights if I can get this thing to open. Oh, Gab was politics 24/7 too. I didn't go to Gab because I heard that that Torba guy was a lunatic, and it turns out, yeah, he probably is a lunatic, even though he says some base things sometimes on his Twitter account. I don't know if he's a lunatic. Maybe eccentric is the right word. I've been described that way too. It just seems like there's so much drama that goes on, and I don't have the time to do like a lore deep dive. Oh, that looks pretty. You know what I mean? I'm sure I'm not the only one that just doesn't have time for that shit. Ooh, look at that. Guess what? I see another damn spot of blue that needs to get touched up. Tell you what, man. Ooh, I'm gonna put that shading in that keyhole. Ooh, look at that. Can you see that? Man, that's gonna look cool. I said it probably twice already before, but I appreciate everybody who comes by to hang out. I'm blessed to have such kind of friends as y'all. I hope I'm staying on camera. I'm trying to be good. By the way, this Terminator was printed for me by Damned Primarch, who has his own print service called Celestial Forge. I give him a shout out all the time because they do good work, and I think Chud should stick together. Alright, wash that off. I go on Rumble only for the extra hour of the Friday Night Tights podcast. I've heard of it. The name's not coming to me who that is. My political opinion is this. Boy, am I glad I don't live in the U.S. Oh, where do you live? Generally speaking. So you don't have the time to storm the Capitol? Well, first of all, if I was going to do something like that, I need to be careful how I say this. If I was going to do something like that, I wouldn't have advertised it. And, how should I put this? If I was going to lead an insurrection, people wouldn't be arguing about it, 4 years later if it was an insurrection or not. You would know because I would be sitting in the White House. And people would be having the best time of their lives. At least you guys can post on Twitter. I ain't even been drinking yet. People sad. People sad? Torba is a cuck if you pardon my French. No worries, short friend. I can sleep for some reason. Anyway, I cannot. Well, I'm pretty tired too, but I got my second wind. Alright, what am I doing here? One last... Oh, yeah, while I got it here. Let's put it to a vote. What do you think we should shade? Now, we're not going to vote because I already know better. We're going to use the known oil on the skulls. Not the mask because I watered down some blue shade for the head. Which actually turned out really nice. You can't really see it on the camera, but there's a very subtle blue, very, very, very pale blue in the recesses on the head. It looks very nice. I impressed myself. So we are going to water this shade down here and hit these skulls up. I was going to talk about something tonight, but I forgot. Oh, let's talk about yellow jackets. These sons of bitches. Pardon my French. I try not to cuss when I'm streaming, but my kid is in the other room with headphones on, so he can't hear me. Who knows what yellow jackets are? On camera? Sorry, here I go. Yellow jackets. Yellow jackets are kind of wasps. Yes, they are. And they are very aggressive. And they mean. And all of a sudden, this summer, I have a problem with them around my house. Oh, man, look at that. That looks cool. Look at that shade filling up the eyeballs. That's dope. Ooh, that's looking cool. This is the first year I've ever had a problem with them around my house. So, a couple months ago, I was cutting the grass in the front yard, and damn, if something didn't bite me on the foot. I freaked out because I thought I got bit by a snake. Where I live, we have a lot of venomous snakes. And then I immediately was stung on the arm, and I ran away, and I saw them flying around. They swarmed the bush. There was a nest in the bush, and they stung the shit out of me. So I ended up getting stung again on the same spot on my arm before I had to go get some spray. I think it's good. Yeah. What else we need? And then I got stung again 3 weeks later. So I thought I killed them all, but they came back. So then I went full bio-warfare mode. I used all kinds of pesticides on that bush, finally got them out of there. Well, damn. They're in another bush, this time in the front of the house. So I looked up some remedies online, and they say that soapy water will kill them. I guess like the suds from the soap block their mouths and they suffocate. So anyway, I go out there last night because I come home at night, and I dumped about 4 or 5 buckets of soapy water on this nest. And after I finish streaming here, I want to go dump some more water on them. And then tomorrow I want to dump some more water on them. I'm about sick against them. I think I still have a mark on my arm from the last time I did. No, it's gone. Anyway, what's next? That shading, the gold shading is still wet, so I want to leave that for now. In the meantime, why don't we look at this guy? This is the Indomitus Chaplain. I'm kind of experimenting with him because I only have one black, so it's going to have to be black, and I'm going to have to get creative with some grays. And this is a Liber Demonica chaplain head. I don't even see it because it's wheel. Hold on. Let's see if it'll go. If it'll focus. No. Because I got the Anglo-Saxon skin. Anyway, the head is really cool. It's a skull head or skull helmet with like a Terminator eye and a laurel wreath. It's pretty cool. Alright, let me see if we chit chat while this is drying. How about that? I have Hornet themed painted Drukari Incubi Warriors. You mean like yellow and black? That sounds pretty cool. Lady Piran is raiding with a party of 4. We are under attack, bros. I saw one guy eliminate a small wasp nest with a glass of gasoline. Yeah, well, the problem is this bush is like really close to the house. And I don't want the fire department coming to my house again. They came to my house a couple of weeks ago because I was burning yard debris. And I guess you could see the flames over the wood fence, and somebody called the fire department. And so I didn't get in trouble or anything, but the fire department recommended that I burn my stuff at night. They didn't tell me to, dig a trench or anything. They just told me to burn it at night. I said, okay, thank you for telling me how to break the law. So that's what I do now. Oh, there's a lot of people here. I appreciate Miss Piran for raiding with a party of 4. That's very cool. Alright. This is still wet, so I think I'm just going to work on some other highlights in other spots. Alright, I will use... Let me see what I got. I'll use Lothern Blue for the blue highlight. I get a swarm of bees every morning in one of my backyard trees. At least bees are productive. But yellow jackets are just the scum of the earth. Let me shake it up. Yes, I don't know what the deal is this summer with all of a sudden us having problems. But I got the 2-year-old, and we let her play out in the yard, and let me tell you something, if those sons of bitches sting up my baby, I will rip that bush out of the ground with my bare hands, and then I'll dump gasoline on it. My baby is the cutest baby in the world. If anybody hurts her, let me tell you something, I'm going to handle it. That ain't no boast either. Alright. Here we go. Highlights. See if I can do this without messing it up. Oh, so by the way, let me tell you some more about my day. So, as a lot of y'all know, well, I mentioned it before, I do intermittent fasting. So, usually 5 days a week I don't eat breakfast. And then, I'll eat a healthy lunch, a low-calorie lunch, and then I'll eat a regular dinner when I get home. And, last 2 weeks I've started doing 20-hour fasts. It's not as rough as you might think, but when you do stuff like that, you need to make sure you eat nutritious food for your dinner. The one meal that you actually do get. So I do home cooked meals. Oh, yeah. I'm getting old man shaky hands. Like tonight we did pork with zucchini and onions and snow peas. And I cook everything Asian style just because that's my background and how I learned how to cook. And I go to the gym 4 times a week. 30 minutes of cardio and then heavy lifting. But that yeah, so I work longer on Fridays. So I get off at 6 instead of 5. But man, I've been so hungry when I got home today. I sat down to eat my dinner after I cooked. If somebody had got between me and my dinner, they would have got their fingers bit. And that's real. Highly recommend everybody lift. Even if I'm like dog tired, like I am right now, I go there and I get my blood pumping. I do feel better. And plus, I get to eat schnackers on the weekend and not feel too bad about it. Have me some schnackers. In fact, I'm going to the gym tomorrow, and it's going to be a full body day. Alright, I'll work on his back here. I think dry brushing would be easier to get these edges. Well, I can't do that because this dude was already assembled. Oh, 5 viewers, man, look at me. Hold on, I'll check the chat here just a minute. For a second, you know what I mean. Yeah, my main issue with painting is trying not to spend too much time on stuff, because I could spend, you know, 20 hours on one model if I let myself. So always just more details to add, stuff to do, stuff to fix, but eventually, you know, you gotta just be like, yo, this thing's done. You know what I mean? Oh, let me check that thing here. Oh, he did not light up that gasoline, but that method won't work unless the nest is small and attached to the ceiling. I get a swarm bee. Oh yeah, I got a recommendation that Pro Acryl Dark Wash is better than normal, even better than its older recipe. Sadly, it's not easy to get that paint here since it must be imported from US. Right now I have nothing at me, so I have been going to bouldering gym daily. In my opinion, it's more fun than usual lifting. Bouldering. Well, I don't have no bouldering places, but I do go to my kid's favorite playground and use the equipment that I'm way too heavy to be using. The monkey bars, I'll tell you what, man, that'll get you some upper body strength. You know, I'm not kidding. I tell people, I say, I want to be strong enough to rip a man's spine out of his body. I'm going to finish these blue highlights and then I'm going to call it a day. And then I will just try and wrap this up over the weekend. We'll just work on one leg at a time, I guess. How about that? You know, for real, this might sound cringe, but when I'm lifting, like for example, I'm doing chest presses, I lift heavy. I don't play around. Like, I have limited amount of time at the gym, so I make the most of it. I push every day. I don't go in there and pick an easy weight. I'll wait maybe a week with a new weight, and then I jack that weight up. So what I do is I try to imagine like my kids are in trouble, the wife is in trouble. I need to be strong to get this weight up. Like what the mom trying to save her kids stuck under the car or something like that. Like that's what I do. That's how I imagine, and then I lift that damn weight up. And I remember one time I was talking to my kid about weightlifting, and we were standing in line with somewhere, and I told him, I said, I'll never forget this. I said every man should be able to squat his own body weight. And this soy-looking dude looked over at me, and he looked almost like the soy jack meme, and he said, "I can't squat my body weight." And I just looked at him. I didn't say anything. I was polite. First of all, dude, I wasn't even talking to you. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. These highlights not really coming together, but that's okay. I realize I'm spending too much time on this. Just like I told you. Uh, uh, you can always climb on a neighbor's walls. You can always climb in a neighbor's window. Some of you boys live next to me. I climb in your window. You leave it unlocked for me. Giggity. I have to wrap this up soon. I got to call the wife and check on her. They got a typhoon coming. So I'm just going to make sure everything is straight. And I did tell I told a Texas friend I would get on Dark Tide tonight. I'm going to be on Dark Tide if anybody is available and wants to join me. I have a headset, but it seems like nobody else has one, so. Alright, I'm about to just say that's enough on the blue. Well, maybe not. We'll come on now. Just a little bit. And y'all got me talking. Had that time flying by. Alright, we're about to wrap this here. Wrap this up. Alright. Just a little bit right there. I think that's good for the blue. He says as he continues adding blue. Alright. You see what I'm saying? You can spend way too much time on this. Alright, that's it. I'm done. I'm putting the paintbrush down. Okay, well maybe not yet. No, okay, I'm putting it. Alright, just a little bit more. Come on now. Just getting those high details. Nobody's going to be looking in the back. It doesn't matter. Alright, now I'm done. Alright, just a little bit more. Okay, now I'm done. For real. Okay, but brush. We're washing the brush. Hold on. Let me see here. Brush is washed. I'm putting it down. I'll clean that brush later. All right. Would have did more if the wash had dried faster. Let me see the chat here. Shark Man, I thought even the most roided up bodybuilder could not remove a spine with bare hands. Well, you know, I'm watching the Jackie Chan movie, Legend of the Drunken Master. It's the first one. And in it, he trains his hand grip by cracking walnuts with his fingers. So maybe I can't rip a man's spine out, but maybe if I could crack a walnut with my fingers, maybe that's the same thing. Maybe that's the best I could hope for. Oh, I am playing as a veteran. How do this type of people exist who can't squat their own body weight? I mean, if you were, people who are skinny fat, like they don't eat enough protein, they don't eat eggs, they eat too much grains, they eat too much white food. People like that, I guess. And Steven Crowder described it as skinny fat, which is perfect. And I'm sure you can picture exactly what kind of person I'm talking about. Good times make weak men. Weak men make hard times. Hard times make strong men. Strong men make good times. There should always be a bare minimum fitness test. Well, I don't want to get political again, but I mean, who doesn't want to be strong enough to be able to get yourself out of a jam? You know what I mean? Thank you, bot. I swear to God, I gotta learn how to block people. Let me see if I can do it here. Prime game. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I'm too stupid to learn right now. Anyway. Wait. I messed it up. Alright. How do I get rid of that? God damn it. My bad. Oh. Back. Let's see if I can get this out of the way. Okay. Alright, I think it's done in studio mode. Alright, y'all have to learn that later. Anyway, guys, this is it for me. I'm going to call the wife and then hop on Dark Tide. So, I don't know how long that'll take. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out. I'm just an idiot. So, I hope all the friends have a blessed weekend. I will see y'all on Monday. Bye, friends.